So here I am with Jessa Sabanel. Jessa,
Hello po.
how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 7 sisters and 2 brothers, so we all 10 of us.
10 children.
And children. Yes po.
And your mom is still living, but your dad is not.
Yes.
How old were you when your dad passed away?
13?
13.
Yes.
And when your dad passed away, he had had trouble with his eyes. Is that correct?
Yes po.
And how long had he had that trouble? When did he first have redness of eye?
When I was 9 years old?
You were 9 years old.
Yes.
And he died when you were how old?
13?
So he died 4 years later.
Yes po.
And when did you quit school, Jessa?
When I was 16 years old.
You were 16 when you quit school?
Yes po.
Well, why did you quit?
Because my eyes starting to redness again, and then until I couldn't focus to my study because always crying, the waters always.
Okay, so your eyes were always tearing up
Tearing.
and crying.
Yes.
And your mom thought that by your quitting school, maybe your eyes would rest and they would get better.
Yes.
And how did you feel at that time? Were you a happy girl?
I'm not a happy girl before.
You were not a happy girl?
Yes.
In fact, how did you feel? How bad did you feel? What did you want to do?
I want to die like that.
Because your situation was so difficult?
Yes, yes.
And in fact, your dad died and he had had the same redness of his eyes.
Yes.
And then you were concerned that the same would happen to you.
Yes.
16. How old are you now, Jessa?
24.
Did you get rid of your red eye?
Yeah.
When?
Before surgery.
Okay. Can you turn your head a little to the right? Yeah, so we don't get the glare.
Yes.
So Jessa, we met you in September of 2014.
Yes.
And how old were you then?
22.
22?
Yes.
And then the next month, we invited you to come and do our cooking. And within a day or two, you needed some eye drops, so we went over to get eye drops, and we discovered that you actually had a hole in your eye.
Yes.
Jessa,
Yes.
how did you make it from age 16 to 22? Were you unhappy that whole time, wanting to die? What happened?
Yeah, when I in my bed and then feeling my sick, and then I just say I want to die like that because it's hard, and then but my mother, she encouraged me to how to be happy like that.
Your mom told you you should choose to be happy?
It's just yes to be happy because it's not good for me if I'm unhappy.
Not good for you? What happened when you were unhappy?
My heart was, if I'm thinking bad for my situation and then thinking wanna die like that, and my heart was
Racing?
and then my blood pressure was high, and then it's very difficult. So my mother, she always encouraged me to how to be happy like that, to choose to be happy.
So you just chose to be happy, and you talked to the Lord about it?
Yes, I talk to the Lord because it's it's hard if just my thinking myself that I will do it. I can't do it without God. So I always pray to the Lord that God help me to to be happy like that. So I always talk to him that I want a soft heart like that, a patient, self-control, because it's it's hard for my situation that thinking bad for my eyes.
And did that work?
Yeah, it's work po.
So just giving the problem to the Lord was enough to make you a happy girl?
Yes, yes, yes.
And now, fast forward, you came to live with us. We discovered you had a hole in your eye. In fact, we took you to the ophthalmologist. The ophthalmologist said, it's an emergency. Her eye is leaking. Take her immediately to PGH, Philippine General Hospital. We drove you in that night, and you spent the night there with Debbie. And they put a contact over your eyes. And now 2 years later, finally, they had a cornea for you.
Yes,
So Jessa, can you take your glasses off for a second?
yes, pa.
So this is the eye right here.
Yes.
I am looking into a healthy eye. The one on the right of the screen. Jessa, are you a happy girl?
Yes po, I'm a happy girl. So thank you so much po for helping me. And I'm very thankful to God because He gave me people like you that
Oh,
it's willing to help me. So I'm very thankful po. Thank you po.
bless you, girl. The important thing is that by trusting in Jesus, He did not leave you and things worked out.
Yes.
And now you have sisters in school
Yes.
and they need help, don't they?
Yes po.
Who's in school? Who's going to school at Nagaview?
My
What names are they?
sister Jocelyn, Jade, Jane, Jasmine, Jamin, and my brother Salvador. So,
And they all need help.
yes po. And
Okay.
Javelin and Jason, so there were 8 of them studying po.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing your story. You're such a sweet girl. We're so glad you love Jesus. And you're our singer. And you share so many blessings and you're such a good cook.
Praise God po.
Thank you,
God.
Jessa.
Thank
Thank
po.
you.